What?
I mean, it goes with the song. Come on, that's a reasonable question.
Okay,
That's why I
okay,
asked. That is why
okay,
I
Right?
asked.
You gotta
okay.
go
Okay.
to the over 9,000.
Threw me off. It's like
Um,
threw me off, man. I was
it
like,
would
what?
be between, like, I kind of like the villainous characters a little bit. Like, I
Okay.
like Vegeta.
Okay.
Um, it would maybe have to be between like Vegeta and no, let's see. Okay. Man, it's hard. I don't know. Hold on. Okay, hold on. To think
Okay,
for a
so
second.
so far you got the
Because I like,
prince, and you got the Saiyan prince,
yeah.
and then who's your number two?
I did like old school Gohan. No, I liked old school Trunks. I liked Trunks.
Okay. All right.
So it's between Vegeta, Trunks, and Cell. I
Okay.
liked Cell
Okay.
because he was such an asshole.
Yo.
He was annoying, but I liked when he laughed at people. It was, and, like, his laugh kills me. And I just liked Vegeta. I felt like, he was a salty guy, but he was also still kind of nice. So I don't know why I liked that about him, but I felt like he was less goofy than Goku. And so it's like I liked Goku when he would get serious. So yeah. But Vegeta is like always serious, so I would say Vegeta.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to Chunks. I was cool with Chunks. Like Chunks was that guy to me.
Trunks was
I'll say.
I thought Trunks was really cool. He looked the coolest to me. He is
With
personally,
the,
I
I
think
like
he was
swords
like the
too,
coolest
right?
looking character. Yeah.
Wait, just to be technical, you're talking about when he was a Ute Trunks or future Trunks?
When he touched road and sliced Frieza the one time.
Yeah, no, I liked future Trunks.
Future Trunks.
But I just like Trunks overall. And Kid Gohan. Anyway, so favorite Vegeta, but I liked pretty much a lot of the characters. They were all pretty cool. They all had something about them that I liked. I liked Piccolo. I thought Piccolo was cool. He wasn't very strong.
Yeah, he was beat
strong, but like he wasn't very strong. I liked him. I wish he was as powerful as everyone else. But yeah, I liked Piccolo because he sounded black, so I felt like he was the black guy.
I was about to say, I assumed that their race. What was their race called? Namek, I think.
Namek, but I would assume.
Yeah, he was Namek.
I assume they were all black people. Yeah,
I would assume.
Yeah.
But he was like the mystical Negro. You know what I mean? The one instructor that
he was dope.
Everybody. Right.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. For me, YTV kind of screwed up Dragon Ball Z for me because like I remember watching when I was younger and I was watching the timeline. So now we're at Cell, and then by the time the next episode comes, I'm at Raditz again. And I'm like, holy beer reruns. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, what happened?
I like barely remember the Boo saga. I had to like go back and watch that. But I started watching Super a bit. I think Beezus is cool.
Okay.
But yeah, like the Super Saiyan God level and stuff. I'm not really paying too much attention to that, but Goku Black looks cool. He's the serious Goku that I was looking for. So I would think Goku Black is cool.
Okay. Is it safe to say that like you like anime, like you watch anime here and there, or?
I would say that I like anime. I wouldn't say that I guess I love it because I have a tendency to get really into things once I like something. Like I have a lot of interest and then I just hop back and forth sometimes. But anime, there was a period of time where I was definitely watching a lot. I watched Naruto, Attack on Titan. I watched Devil is a Part-Timer, which was one of my favorite ones because like, there's the big ones and then there's the little niche ones, and the little niche ones are really funny. I like funny animes or animes where the action is just so dramatic that it's kind of funny. And yeah, I liked Naruto's story, but yeah, I like anime. I like it a lot. It's fun and it's cool. So yeah. I went to conventions and stuff. So you know what? I love anime.
Anime North?
I just feel like I'm a fraud because I haven't been watching it as much. So
No, live your truth,
I
yes.
just feel like I feel like the real anime heads are like, nah, you don't watch anime. But you know, I watch quite a bit. I feel like I watch enough to be allowed to say that I love it.
Yeah.
Because once you say you dress up, you're like, whoa, yeah. I'm not at that level. I'm just like,
I didn't dress up. I didn't cosplay, but I would cosplay.
You would?
I didn't, but I would.
Who would you cosplay
there was people
as?
there who had really good cosplay.
I know it's on the fly.
I wouldn't cosplay as any like current anime character right now as I like, but I definitely always wanted to cosplay as no, I wanted to be, what's her name? I wanted to be Kita from Lost City of Atlantis, where she has like white locks and then she has like man, I don't remember how to describe her. If you've seen that movie,
let me do my Googles.
I would want to cosplay.
Do a pose.
Hold on. Let me do a Google.
I feel that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would want to be that.
What was it called again? Lost
City
of Atlantis.
Okay.
Kita.
The movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That or who would I want to be if I could cosplay? That's a good question. I don't know. I would probably if I really liked Naruto, so I would want to be someone from the Cloud Village because the people from the Cloud Village were black. And they had cool hair, and I just totally identified with that. I don't remember what her name was in particular, but there was this one character, her brother would always have a lollipop, and she had like red hair. I don't remember her name right now. It's so long that I've seen that. But the people who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm just gonna say shout out to the Naruto fans. Like I watched it like straight, like from you to like sitting. Like,
yeah.
I was invested. Like I was invested.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was watching it, and I started watching Boruto a little bit. But I kind of lost interest in that.
Yeah.
I lost interest. It's like I like Naruto. Sorry, Boruto. I don't care.
Right.
And Hunter x Hunter. That's my shit. Killua, Gon. Those are my people right there.
So if you guys can skip,
and I liked Hisoka.
Wait, so if you guys can see,
you got the picture.
That's the picture.
Okay.
So okay.
Right. Yeah. I would want to cosplay as her.
I feel like I'm on the same wavelength when it comes to that because I've watched Naruto straight, tried Boruto. I'm like, I heard it gets better, but man, it is draining.
It starts off. Yeah, it's like I don't know. I think the pacing is just not there for me. Like Naruto was like, okay, that's where the story originally starts, and it starts off kind of cutesy, and then it gets serious, and that's it straight through. So once you come from that to all of a sudden back to this happy-go-lucky stuff, and it just keep going and going and going.
Right?
When's it gonna get serious? When are you guys gonna get dark? When are you gonna get real? Because that's where it gets. That's when they start to it gets serious for you, when you get more mature and they have to deal with consequences and stuff. Right now it seems pretty childish to me when I was watching it. Then I saw they lost me. So
no, it's
couldn't
true.
stay into it.
Because remember when James got me into Naruto, like, so I watched until like he was fighting.
Sorry, did you say Naruto? Sorry, I don't know what that is. It's Naruto.
Yeah.
Naruto. Wow.
Naruto.
Wow.
Naruto.
She's like,
okay, we know you don't watch because you said it like that.
Just me, yo.
Wait, hold on. This guy turned off the camera.
This guy said, "Shut it off, bro."
No. Because I was saying, because he was fighting that water guy, right? I think he beat him.
Oh, Zabuza? Yeah. You're still like back, boy.
Yo,
and I stopped.
Zabuza, you're very, very far behind.
You just touched road. You just touched road.
Okay, that's why you're saying it like that. You don't know.
I was like,
After you watched it for for hours and hours and hours. I
Hours?
watched it in
Yeah.
Japanese, so we can't say it.
Yeah,
Can't
this is
say
the only way to
Naruto.
watch it. That's the only way to watch it.
The English dub.
Yeah.
No, I can't do English dub.
Oh no, I watched
That's
it.
one.
No,
English, no?
There's certain ones I can. Only Death Note and Psychopaths would I watch in English dub. Because
Okay.
Japanese, they just like they're really trying with those emotions. They convey those emotions in their vocals so much so that you give a shit when you're watching it. That's kind of what gets you into the anime in the first place. There's certain animes where it's like if you're not buying the character they're trying to play, it's just cartoons and pictures on the screen for you. And people were like, "Oh, I don't want to read." Okay, I understand that, but if you're not interested in the story, maybe try to go back and try to read it and like pay attention, because it's like it's really good. But there's some animes where it's just the subtitles are just stupid fast, like Kill la Kill. Fuck that. Their subtitles, I was like, nah, am I not a good reader? What's going on?
No, that
It's
is
too
right,
fast. But yo, the Naruto in English, no thank you.
No way. I would never do it dubs. He just sounds
The
annoying.
Japanese is better.
No,
Yeah.
man, you had to do it
It's
for the
just
fillers. You had to do the English for the fillers, especially those
Oh,
last.
what are you talking about? We skip the fillers. We don't have
Yo,
time for
Oh,
yo,
I don't know what anyone fillers, man.
these people are not real anime. But watch fillers. Who took time to watch fillers, yo?
Because the
No,
story
the
development
no.
is crazy.
Okay, the fillers. There's certain ones that
Crazy.
add to the main plot, like they add maybe backstory for certain characters,
Yeah.
and a lot of them don't mean shit and have shit to do with anything. And there's like literally a part where there's like 300 episodes. There's like a whole season worth of nonsense.
A season worth of fillers?
You know. Okay, that
A
means you've
season
been
worth?
watching Naruto. That you've been on it, so that means you know it was after Pain. When Pain touched Leaf Village and mash up everything, and they had fillers for like a good 2 seasons and a half.
2 seasons of
You
fillers?
You can't watch something where it's like this like they're just leading up to this epic battle and there's this character Pain. The man's name is literally Pain, and the storyline is about suffering and negativity, and it's just so dope the conclusion that it comes to. But I think this is when he just decimates the whole city or something. Something crazy happens, and then you're just following nonsense for like you don't get to know what happens or what happens next. There's nonsense after that. Has nothing to do with anything.
So I assume he's worse.
And you're telling me you like it that much that you are watching that? You don't care about the story then. You don't care about the story, fraudulent.
I don't care about the story.
That part, that section of Naruto, I almost stopped watching because I couldn't believe I'm waiting every week.
For it.
I was waiting every week, and I'm just like, is this another filler? And then I stopped, and then I think it was one of my brethren that said, "Yo, go back. They're back on their thing," and I'm like, I'm a little hesitant, like, you know.
See, like I really got into anime more because like my friend, who was my boyfriend at the time, he really put me on to all of it, really good shit. He was like, he's the true anime head, and then I like inherited that from him. It was like he put me on. I was like, oh, you know what? These are actually pretty lit. These are really good.
Go on. I like the fact that you said. I like the fact you said the main ones, like Death Note, Naruto, Attack on Titan.
Yo, I have to finish that.
Yes.
Hunter X.
My Hero. I started watching that. I finished One Punch. That one's lit. That's my favorite.
One Punch. Yeah. Okay. So you know, you're an anime. You're good.
Yes. I have it. The only one I haven't watched is One Piece. I started it, so like I'm eventually gonna get on that. I haven't watched that either.
Akira?
I know about it, but I haven't watched it. Yeah.
I'm gonna say, I started One Piece.
I know Akira is probably really good, but yeah.
I started One Piece, and
you have to know.
You
gotta look for those guides.
Bro, they're like 700 episodes in.
Yeah, you gotta look for the guides that tell you what you can skip.
episode? There's guides? To skip.
That's how you.
Yeah,
really
but
know
you.
you're into
Yeah, you gotta look for the guides that tell you where you don't need to. You can stop watching and just skip.
And if you're
Because otherwise, I would have never finished Naruto.
You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
what?
You know what?
You gotta read the comics. The comics give you all
The
the
mangas.
Yo,
We
yo,
all
the
talking about comics. It's
mangas.
mangas, yo.
Yeah, I had like a manga reader on my phone
Yeah,
for a
me
while,
too.
and but I fell off. I was reading Attack on Titan. I was reading One Punch, and it's really good to like read them because then you kind of get everything before it becomes an anime, and then you see the
Okay.
anime,
See?
and then it's all moving and there's voice acting, so it's so much cooler. But yeah, the mangas are dope too.
Crazy
Yeah, there's
times.
actually a lot of animes that I've watched.
Let me
What was
throw
that
another
one?
one.
High School of the Dead too. I watched that one.
One Piece.
No,
No?
there was.
Okay.
I didn't watch that one. No, but there's one on Netflix right now that I'm kind of watching called Megalobox. That one's kind of cool. I like when there's really good the animation for like fight scenes are really good. It's my favorite. When you can feel the impact and it's animated. That's how you know it's good.
Yeah.
When you see someone get hit and then the way that they animate the fist swinging and it's like this whoosh animation and then the person getting hit and it's not just like, oh, it's like their lips extend or something.
Yeah.
And it's like just super dramatic. Love that. It's really good. It always makes me laugh.
What's that movie called? The movie does that. It was a kung fu movie.
Kung Fu Hustle.
Kung Fu Hustle.
They tried it, but it was trash. To me, it was wild.
I don't really remember that. I remember hearing about it when it came out, but yeah, I never watched that. But it was
they would exaggerate, like they'll punch you, and then the guy would do like a slow motion, like
yeah, like I actually watched what's her RDC World on YouTube. And they make like their anime references all the time. I love it. There's this one video where they did where they're just making fun of the fact that in animes, like the protagonist is usually probably like some little kid who is on his journey to become a super powerful person, and then they have to fight adults, and that adult whoops their ass. And it's like they made fun of that fact because it's like only in anime is that acceptable. Because it's like in real life they're like this overpowered grown man like just pumping the shit out of this kid. Like, oh, he should stop now. He's fine. No, he must feel this, blah blah blah. They're just so dramatic. I love it. Yep. I'm this extra person sometimes, so anime like really.
It brings out
characters. It brings out the animation in myself.
Yes.
Yep. No, hey, you are a true anime fan because if you know about Naruto Pain, that means you're invested. If you know about Attack on Titan, but sometimes when you get older, life hits. That's why I can't catch up on Attack on Titan right now. Like I'm having a hard time to like sit down. Me too. I have a hard time sitting there and actually trying to watch like anime. I'm old. I have responsibilities.
It's hard, but I love it. I try to put people onto it who are like, they're what should I watch and blah blah blah. You should definitely watch animes. Mm-hmm. They're not for little kids. It's not cartoons. Okay, definitely a lot of work gets put into really really good animes that have really good plot lines. Sword Art Online. I remember watching that, and once they got to probably the third season, where it kind of just like lost track of like what they were going after, I just stopped paying attention.
Okay, so
because it's also like character growth too.
Just to clarify, the third season's when did someone wake up from the hospital and you figure out it got weird. So okay,
I didn't watch after Gun Gale. Like after second season, I stopped watching because I didn't know where they were gonna go.
That's when I stopped watching too. It's like when the main character
he won,
was playing his avatar. They were in like the first game, and then he won that, and then the second one he's like playing his avatar as a woman, and then so like they're playing jokes on that one, and like I just that's really all I remember, because then after that I stopped watching because it stopped getting interesting after a while. It just starts like, what do you guys? What's the point of this anymore?
So I stopped when
the character doesn't seem the same.
because Jimmy put me onto this. So I stopped watching after season 1 because all of a sudden the guy wins, right? And then he's visiting a girl in the hospital. But then the what's it called, the doctor.
Wait, time out. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil all this on, yo, because whoever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Gigantic spoiler alerts.
So
we can't be doing all that.
so the girl was in the
You're
hospital.
gonna
Then,
continue
right?
though. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, there's first of all, this is an old show. If you haven't seen this by now, like you're slipping.
Like
Like-
Trigon, like old or
That's looks like 3 years back almost. When you put me onto this, like 4 years back? This is
When
way
I was in
back.
college,
Yeah, this is
and
way
I had
back.
the time to study and like somehow watch anime.
Nah, but like
not that.
Yo,
old.
anime is lit.
I
I wanna have an anime of myself. That'd be amazing.
that'd be nah, but the story just got weird. Like it implied like
Yeah,
incest. I was like, whoa, what's
yeah. It's
This
there's
is killing me.
sometimes like the stories kind of like trail off, where it's just like what they did with Dragon Ball Z, and they made they messed up Gohan's character. Where it's like you're following this anime, you like this character, and there's a certain they're constantly reinforcing how this character is supposed to behave, so you feel like you know them, and then they kind of like once it gets to the pinnacle of that arc, they just make a
Cell
left
games.
and do something different, and then
Cell
you're just
games.
like, who the hell is this character now?
Cell
Just
games,
this
right?
goofy, not just like
Let me get
not
close to the camera.
powerful, and then just
let
so
me
it's
get
like
close.
they did this something similar to that in Sword Art Online, where they just kind of trailed off and their story kind of I just lose interest. They also did that in Hunter x Hunter. I think it was the very last season. First of all, one season kind of stopped being about Gon, and Killua, which are the main characters you get introduced to and know of for like majority of the seasons. Then it switches to like some weird weird like creatures, and it's just focusing on these creatures for a while, and you're like, okay, all right. Then it gets to the last season and starts being about his dad, and you're like, I don't care. Just like how Gon didn't care about this, like it's just weird. It just shifts too much for you to care. Then they lose people like that.
Happened to Gohan.
I don't know. They should have cut that shit off,
bro. From the time
he just started becoming the comic relief character or something.
Virgin. From the time he had Cell in the bag, and he was like, he just had to kill him. He just had to kill him.
Hey, you know what?
I
superhero suits and all them sitting there, but yo,
I don't have him Gohan.
He was supposed to be like the next Goku, because they don't want to get rid of Goku. They're just like, okay, well, what are we going to do with Gohan? Where is he going to fit in the story? Okay, well, let's just make him the goofy, like kind of comic relief character or something like that. And it's like, why? He's just so lame now.
And he lost an arm too. How did they disrespect him like that? He lost an arm too.
He lost an arm now? Is that in Super?
I think that's yeah.
I'm gonna say this, yo. We can go all day about anime,